Hey guys, it's Drewberry and we got a snap patch. So there's some balance changes that I'm going to go over. I got it on the far right here. If you just want to come here and check out what's new, you can check it out and then you can leave the video. No worries, I get it. Otherwise, I'm going to break down each one, how I feel about it. And then we also got some compensation changes. So this is kind of what I hinted at before with the gold video, that we're getting all that gold back. If you spent any on the Nexus events, you're going to get every single bit returned. And everybody gets Jane Foster for free. Unless you start a new account after this patch, then you're just going to have to find her in Pool 3. Not a huge deal, not a game-breaking card. I think it's actually a really nice thing that they're doing. So kudos to Team Second Dinner on this one. Great change. There is a few general changes, so you can now see your opponent's card backs in the matchmaking screen. That's cool. I always want to see like what everybody's rocking with all the new card backs. It's eventually going to be pretty neat. One you haven't seen in a while. Season Pass experiences gained from matches now has the same rules as missions. You can no longer gain Season Pass experience from matches if you retreat on turn 1, 2, and 3 unless your opponent snapped. That's actually pretty huge. That's going to incentivize people to stay in a little bit. I think people care more about the cubes than they do the Season Pass experience, so maybe it actually doesn't make a difference, but that's a cool change. I think it's welcome. Doesn't change the game too much. And then we also will now allow players to retreat when an opponent snaps back on the same turn. So that was I heard that was a bit of an issue, but I thought that was a bit funny because I guess what would happen is you snap and then they snap right back, and then you're kind of stuck and you didn't actually want to commit. But I mean, like if you snapped, you pretty much committed anyway, so maybe you should stay in there. I don't know. But now you can retreat if you want to. So it is what it is. And then, like I said, Jane Foster, she's added to Pool 3 if you don't get her for free now. And also Wave, the first new card of Marvel Snap, is now in Pool 3, and you can roll her in your mystery boxes. So those are the general changes. And now let's get into the balance changes, the things we want to talk about. And there's some nice ones this patch. I'm pretty happy with this patch. So first up, we got the Collector. So the Collector is probably one of the better Pool 2 cards. A lot of people were kind of salty if you get them on the last pull because it kind of meta defines Pool 2. Now, not so much. So he got 1 power, which really doesn't do anything because his ability is now only +1 power instead of +2 power. So you can't scale, like not even close to how you used to. Before it was pretty easy to get to the Collector to 10. Now you would have to add 9 additional cards to your hand to get to 10. So not even close. This is a huge nerf. I don't know if Collector will still see play. Like I say on average, like for instance, like I said, getting to 10, that was 5 cards to your hand. If you do that, then this is going to be a 2/6, so maybe still good, synergizing with other things. So maybe still has a place. I won't count it out just yet, but that is a pretty big nerf. Okay, and then Colleen Wing. So there's like this big discard change. I'm just going to kind of highlight some of these because really Colleen Wing here isn't the nerf target. So she's a Pool 3 card. If you haven't seen her, she's on reveal. Discard the lowest cost card from your hand. She's buffed because she used to be 3 mana and now she's 2, and she loses 1 power for it. But really, like guys, the difference between cost and power, like you have to lose a significant amount of power if you're going to drop or increase in your cost. So this is a buff for Colleen Wing. Great for the discard package. But you know what's not great for the discard package? Uh-oh. It's your favorite cow from hell. He just got nerfed hard, and everyone kind of knew that this was coming. I was talking to a friend about this, and he was saying that maybe it just goes up 1, it goes to 3. I was saying maybe they just decreased the power to like 2. Well, they went hard. They went to 4 mana. So Hellcow's a Pool 3 card. I haven't even pulled him yet. Discard 2 cards from your hand. It's really, really good with cards like Hela, Ghost Rider, APOC. Like there's just all kinds of synergies with this card, and you get 2. And it was cheap, and you get the power buff. Like it was just so much going for this card. So I think they realized that, and they brought it to 4, and I think it's a welcome change. Yeah, so I'm here for it. I like that change. By the way, pause the video if you want to read the developer comments, or you can check out the Discord. They got them there as well. So yeah, good riddance cow. I never even got him yet. Kingpin. This one was pretty interesting. I didn't see this coming. So I guess this is like more of a clarity change than anything, but Kingpin was on reveal next turn, destroy cards that move here. So the idea is that you could just get cards to move over to certain locations. There's like Arrow or Magneto or these sorts of things that move cards to specific locations. Juggernaut, another one. And then you would destroy them with Kingpin. Pretty cool. I haven't really actually seen it happen to me yet, but sounds cool in paper. But now they changed it to being no on reveal, so you're losing that tag. You can't trigger them with Odin or anything like that. And it's when a card moves here on turn 6, destroy it. Which is kind of cool as well, because now you can just play Kingpin early, not think about it, play Magneto later, and pull things in and destroy them. That's a pretty sweet combo. So this is pretty exciting. I think it makes, I do agree, it does make it easier to understand how to build a deck around him, but like ultimately it's kind of the same thing. I guess you don't have to play him with other cards. You can play him on his own and build towards it later. So that's cool. I'm cool with it. Neat change. Lizard. The card everybody wants to play but nobody does. Ongoing -3 power if your opponent has 4 cards here. Well, it's the same. Except now he goes to more reasonable stats if the opponent has 4 cards. He's now a 2/5 and he'll go down to a 2/3 if the opponent has 4 cards. So I don't know if he sees play ever, but it's cool that they're buffing him and they're aware of it. A lot of card developers, game developers like this, they don't want to buff cards. They'd rather just make new ones that are better because then you buy them. So just seeing Team Second Dinner buff these cards is a really promising sign. So I'm happy for it. I hope Lizard gets some love and starts being seen in some decks. I have no idea what though. Okay. Moment of silence, please, for good friend Nakia here. She got hit the hardest. I know Hellcow got hit pretty hard there, but Nakia got it the worst. On reveal, give all cards in your hand +2 power. She was great. Actually, according to SnapFan, if you check out their stats, she was the most played card. The most played. Can you believe that? And now she's dead. Okay, maybe not dead, but now it's only give 2 cards in your hand +2 power, meaning a maximum of 4. Ideally, with Nakia, you're at least buffing 5. At least. Usually you're going for 6 or 4. Okay, I'll go 4 at least, right? And that's 8. So now you can only give 4. That's half the amount of benefit. And let's just add this up. 4 plus her 1 power is 5 power for 3. Ouch. So I don't know if she'll see play. She's still got the unreveal tag, so like there's a few locations that she benefits from, maybe Odin, but not really because that's a turn 6 play. So I don't know, that might be the end of Nakia. I'm gonna miss her. She was actually a really fun card to play with, catch people off guard, but there was some crazy power swings on turn 4, 5, 6 because of this, so it's probably warranted. Wasn't on my hit list, but here it is. We have to deal with it anyways. Okay, Rescue. So Rescue's a pull 3 card. I have this card. I actually find it pretty good. I just don't think people were playing it. It's got the Hawkeye effect where if you play a card on the next turn, you get a bonus power. In this instance, it's 5 power. So they buffed her. They took away 1 power, which doesn't matter, again, remember? But they dropped her cost by 1. So now she can be a 4/9. This is a lot of power. Funny if I was running her in a deck with America Chavez, because you guarantee the pull on 6, and then you can play her, and then that's just a whole bunch of power on one location. Not very good if you have to spread your wealth. But yeah, interesting card. I'd like to see more of these, almost if you play a card here, you get bonus power, because it's a little mind games. You don't have to play the card there. Like at the end of the day, this one could still be a 4/4, and you might be okay with that, right? So that's pretty cool. I'd like to see that. They do say she's very weak, so here we go. Maybe we'll see more of her. Okay, and the last card, again, is just this discard switch up, is Swordmaster. He's getting buffed as well. He's going to 3, and he's still 6 power, and he discards a card. So that's pretty awesome. It's kind of weird how now you have Swordmaster 3/6, and now you have Hellcow 4/6, discard 2, discard 1. It's interesting. I mean, they are very different in what they're doing with discarding more cards. That does warrant the extra cost, but still like super similar. Very, very similar cards. But this is very cool. It's almost, and then Blade's another really close one. 1/3 discard a card. A lot of these cards, the discards have the similar effects. I think they could maybe mix it up a little bit. But this is great. You're probably going to see more Swordmaster. He's one of the coolest looking cards. All right, and that's the patch notes for today. Let me know what you think. If you're happy about these buffs, angry about that they didn't nerf a card that you maybe wanted to see nerfed, like Death or something like that, or Ghost Rider could be another one. But yeah, let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.